What's up, guys, and welcome to part 2 of the most feared and legendary referee of all time, Pierluigi Collina. Now, if you guys are coming for part 1, what's up? Welcome. I'm here. I'm glad to have you. I'm glad to see you again. I'm glad to see you watching the second video. You did a good job. Now, if this is your first video, I'm gonna need you to go down to part 1. Go to part 1. Just go to my channel and watch the video literally right before this one. And you're gonna see it's gonna be there, so you're not gonna have to worry about trying to find it. It's gonna be right before. It's gonna be part 1 and then gonna be part 2. So go ahead and check out part 1 before, so you can get caught up, because we're halfway through the video. It's a 14-minute video, so we did 7 minutes in the first one. Now we're gonna watch the 7 minutes here, the last 7 minutes. Now, if you guys want me to react to anything that you guys are interested in, make sure you put it in the comment section down below with the link to the video. Please don't forget the link to the video, so that I can watch the exact one that you're talking about, and I'll give you a shout out in the video. It's a win-win situation. It's a win-win. So don't feel like you can't send anything. It doesn't matter what it is. I'll check it out, and if I think that is interesting, then it'll be on the channel. But other than that, let's go ahead and get into this thing, man. Part 2, the most feared and legendary referee of all time. So far, has been an awesome video. I'm gonna go back a little tiny bit.
Also
That's
fluent
right.
in different languages, being able to communicate
Bro got different
with any
languages
player
too.
with ease, which allowed them to more easily empathize with them. But above all, what
I wonder how
set
many
him
languages he
apart was
knows.
his preparation for the matches. It took it all a step further. It would study the formations and styles of play, assessing which players were most likely to clash during the game. He gathered information on which players are most likely to fake injuries, dive, or get physical with others. His
He had a
philosophy
floppers
is
list.
The referee can't be caught
I'm dead, bro. Had a whole floppers list, bro. They need that in the NBA, though. They need it in the NBA. They need the floppers list, bro. Buddy has a floppers index. So he's like, hey, let me check. You said you're hurt. Let me check the index. Stop capping, motherfucker. Get your ass up and play. Like, that's insane. I've never heard of that.
guard.
I've
You
never heard of
have
a
to
referee
know
having the
when
cappers
and
index.
how the players will act before they do. It was with this philosophy that he
Damn.
helped UEFA reduce the number of yellow cards shown in their
Smart,
tournaments.
smart.
In a way, he set the foundation for modern refereeing. But back to the
Ooh.
1999 UCL final.
Bro's
This
been
match
refereeing
left
for a
mark
while.
on everyone. Easily one of the most dramatic UCL
ever since
finals
I was
of all
born.
time. Bayern faced United, and 5 minutes in, Bayern were in front. The lead lasted all the way to injury time, but then, somehow, United struck twice in quick succession, snatching the trophy from Bayern when they were convinced it was already theirs. If the cheers from United players were what marked most people, Collina had to deal with both sides of the match. As he told it himself, the United players were running like madmen all over the pitch, but then I turned around and found that most Bayern players were crying and laying down on the floor.
Oh,
helpless.
man.
I saw Samuel Kufur completely distraught. I went up to him and I couldn't think of what to say besides, get up and keep fighting. There's still 20 seconds left on the clock. Football is a cruel sport.
Man.
Its unpredictability
I didn't even
makes
think
it
about
seem
that.
at
Like,
times
you
it
gotta
takes
be
away
in
what
the
was
middle of
already
both.
yours. Kufur feels exactly that way. After all these years, he still tells the press that he hasn't looked at any of the footage from that game.
Wow.
Saying, it still hurts to think of it. I have to let it go, but it's still haunting me to this day.
Wow, that's
On the other
crazy.
hand, Collina had to walk through what seemed like a battlefield, picking up the ones left wounded. No player was left unfazed. Even the Great Khan, though one of the few left standing, was found with a stare of someone wishing to go back in time. Collina would recall this moment saying, "That day, I saw the true face of football, where all players give their lives for it, but only
Wow.
half get rewarded with people shouting their names in joy, and the rest lay down, hurting to their core."
Wow, that's
really dark.
dark. That's
Over the
fuck.
next
Yeah,
3 years,
that's
Collina
facts,
took
though.
part in the Euro 2000 and was bound to take center
Man,
stage at the 2002
that's the duality of the
World
game
Cup.
right there.
Along the way, he grew more and more in notoriety and racked up 3 more awards for IFFHS Referee of the Year.
Bro is
At
the
World
referee
Cup, he
GOAT,
officiated
man.
3 matches, 2 of them being purposely picked for him due to the difficulty involved. The first of which was England versus Argentina. Ever since 1986, with Maradona scoring the infamous end
Ooh.
of God during the Falklands War between both countries, relationships have been tense. And it only got worse as in the previous World Cup the deciding moment came, with David Beckham sending off after a foul on Diego Simeone.
Oh, wow.
If once the fans' anger was directed at each other, A share of it was now for the referee, but Collina was having none of it. And finally the match went by smoothly, with England taking the win and sending Argentina out of the tournament. The second of those matches was of course the final between Brazil and Germany. But first, some background.
Kicked Argentina
Collina
out.
had an odd relationship with Oliver
You know,
Kahn. Having to
I should
order
just shut
around
up
a man like Dirty
and
Time
stop
wasn't
talking.
easy, especially when he lost.
I
So the fact that
don't even know what I'm
Collina
trying to
managed
say.
maintain a relationship with him that was
Fucking
based
kill
on
me.
the utmost respect for his authority became even more impressive when it started being noticed that Kahn would always lose whenever Collina officiated his matches. From the UCL final to the Euros and even a 5-1 demolition by England in the qualifying stages, the link had been settled, and Kahn was aware of it. Before the match, he was asked about Collina and famously said, "He is a world-class referee, there is no doubt about that, but does he bring me any luck? Clearly not."
Damn.
And this time it wouldn't be any different. 2 goals by Ronaldo in quick succession would send Kahn home without any silverware. As Collina kept crossing off every big game from his bucket list, the next one in line was the UEFA Cup final. This was easily the big game he influenced the most, having to show Fabian Barthez a red card and giving away a penalty right before halftime, opening the way for Valencia's eventual 2-1.
Guys, I wonder, you know what I wonder as a referee? Like, how do you feel knowing, like, giving a penalty kick or a red card or a yellow card or whatever, like, you know, that your decision is the reason the game changed the way that it did? Like that has to be, like, insane, man, because you're, like, really single-handedly responsible. I mean, I guess not single-handedly because they would have to do the foul for you to call the foul. But, like, you're the one that made the decision. You know what I'm saying? You made the final decision to give them the penalty, and then their team lost or won based on that, which is pretty insane. Like, that seems like a lot of pressure to hold.
Over the summer, he took part in the Euros yet again, but didn't get awarded with a chance to officiate the final. And with FIFA's referee age limits coming the following year, he was destined to never cross the Euro final from his lists. But then came a moment that proved just how legendary he truly was. So much was his popularity that the Italian Federation raised their own age limit to allow for Collina to keep on officiating for an extra year.
That's
However,
awesome.
it all came crashing down soon, in an unfortunate manner. Collina had signed a sponsorship deal with Opel, and given they were also the sponsors of AC Milan, the whole thing was seen as a conflict of interest, and the Federation decided he wasn't allowed to referee any top-flight matches as long as this deal was still on. So, Collina filed in his resignation letter, and then the Federation tried rejecting it, but what could they do? Collina just pretended like nothing happened and carried on with his retirement, which might be the biggest power move ever.
Wow.
But his coolest moment was yet to come. In 2006, he still managed to make headlines for his integrity. The biggest scandal in Italian football history came to light, known as the Calciopoli scandal, where referees were paid to fix matches for all sorts of reasons. At the center of the whole thing was a man named Luciano Moggi, who, by the way, definitely deserves a video as well.
Oh my god!
Nearly destroyed the Serie A with his schemes. What do you guys think? Should I do it?
Dude, that's insane.
Regardless, once his calls leaked, damn near every referee in the league could be heard taking bribes and favors from him. But guess who stood his ground, rejecting everything they threw at him, no matter the amount? Pierluigi Collina. This incredible man was always picked to referee the biggest matches in the league.
Integrity,
and
bro,
he still
integrity.
remained honest through all this corruption, which infuriated Moggi. So much so that he could be heard in a call saying that he was going to punish Collina for his decisions against Juventus. I think we all know what that means. But of course, this absolute madman stayed completely unfazed and kept on being 100%
Dude, bro, really
unbiased.
undercovered the corruption
If
vibes,
only they
bro.
were all like Collina. After all, he is a
undercovered the
6-time
corruption.
IFFHS Referee of the Year winner,
6
2
time
times more
winner.
than anyone else.
Goated
a member
referee, bro.
of the Italian Football Hall of Fame, and to this day, the only referee ever to swap a shirt with a player, being handed David Beckham's number 7 shirt at the request of Sir Alex Ferguson.
Wow.
So yeah, this was Pierluigi Collina's career in a video. If you enjoyed, please like the video. It takes 1 second and makes me so happy. I'll see you next week. Bye.
Yes, sir. This was an awesome video, man. I want to give a shout out. Shout out to Daily Dose of Football. That video was dope, man. That video was dope. Bro, really uncovered a whole conspiracy in Italy. I want to check that out. I wonder if there's a video on that. That seems actually sick. What was it called again? What was it called? This dude right here. Dude, I want to learn. I want to learn about this dude. what is it called? This guy right here, the dude that had the scandal, that seems like a sick reaction. What is it called again? Oh man. I know they had okay, precise. I know they had a they don't have the name up there? I guess not.
For all sorts.
I don't know, but either way, it was super, super awesome. The most feared and legendary referee. He has to be the GOAT, bro. He has to be the GOAT. He was 6-time referee of the year. Like, man, what a run that he had. And if it wasn't for the age limits, I mean, he could really have kept going and going and going. Because, like, sure, he probably is not as athletic. What's the age limit? Like, what exact age is the age limit? Because when he was refereeing later, he still looked okay. He didn't really look like he was, like, really, like, limping around or nothing like that. So, like, I wonder why they have, like, an age limit like that. And I know in MLB, motherfuckers be, like, 80 years old behind the plate still still calling balls and strikes. So, but, man, this is an awesome video. Shout out again to Daily Dose of Football. If you guys had a great time, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you want to watch more. And if you have any videos you want me to watch, put them in the comment section with the link. And make sure you link it so that I can know exactly the one that you want me to see. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.